On Thursday, September 29th, Venus, the goddess of love and beauty, will come home to the beautiful, diplomatic, and oh so charming Libra. This is arguably my favorite transit all year, and we can expect our partnerships, and an overall mood to improve. Even I'm getting this insane light right now that I decided to capture. But join me for a closer look. My name is Anastasia. I'm a traditional Western astrologer specializing in natal, relationship, and predictive astrology. If you're new to my channel, please subscribe, leave me a comment or a like. It helps my channel grow and helps me bring more videos to you. And if you'd like to work with me, there are links in the description down below. I am currently running a Libra season special offering 20% off natal and solar return readings. Solar return is more predictive for all Libra suns. 20%. Take a look. There are coupon codes down there. I am, if you follow me and you've been listening and watching my videos for a while, you know that I created candles when the sun was in Leo, and I'm diving into planetary magic and working with transits to bottle up the energy. So I'm definitely going to work with Venus and Libra. I would never want to miss it, especially as a Libra rising. It's like the time for Libra risings. So more information on that as we get into this transit more. So what is Venus? Venus is the planet of accord and harmony and getting along. It's the planet of beauty and joy and ease and kind of like having a good time, right? Like Venus might be a pleasant night out, a date, getting a dinner with someone you really like and having a good time. So Venus wants us to connect. Venus always wants people and things to find similarities and enjoy the time together. That's why whenever Venus is in its home sign, which is Taurus and Libra, we may experience more accord, and it might be easier to harmonize and to get along, and we prioritize peace over our personal goals and our differences. Whenever the planet travels, like planets travel through different zodiacal signs, if they're not in their home sign, they have to deal with the planet that rules that sign. For example, Venus in Gemini will have to deal with Mercury. It will have to use mercurial tools of communication in order to bring people along. It will have to be more playful, more open-minded, all of those kind of things that are Gemini-like. But when Venus is at home, which is Libra and Taurus, Venus is free to do as Venus desires, right? She's responsible and responds only to herself, and it means that those qualities of Venus, that ability and desire to bring people together, are easier to access. Our ability to create beauty, to be artistic, to be expressive is easier to access. So there's a lot of excitement, I think, about this transit. Like I said, it's one of my personal favorites. So, and it's going to last until October 23rd. So we have a decent amount of time to enjoy it. Basically, most of Libra season. So Libra is a cardinal air sign. Cardinal signs seek to initiate things, get things started. Air is communication. Air is intellect. Air is the sign of like interacting with other people. So while in Taurus, Venus is more yin and feminine, and kind of like, it just sometimes draws people and things in by looking pretty and by being like sensual and just attracting them like that. In Libra, Venus goes out. Venus gets dressed and goes out to the party. So there's more of like activity to this Venus. There's more of an ability to maybe go out for the things that Venus desires, but do so in a slightly detached manner. It's an air sign, and air signs are rational about things, right? Like Venus in Libra is very idealistic and very romantic and seeks a perfect romance, but it also has this awareness of its own worth, and it knows that if not this person, there's going to be others, right? Like it has that ability to both get excited about a new romance, but know that if things don't work out, there's more love. There's always a lot of love. It's a very much perfectionist sign, right? Like Virgos get connected to perfectionism, but Libra, the sign of the scales, constantly weighing things, pros and cons, is a very much a perfectionist sign. So we can expect to be more indecisive, right? This is more of a shadow side of Venus and Libra. We can expect to be more creative, more idealistic about our relationships, more playful for sure, right? More charming, better at negotiating, better at flirting, better at dating. I remember last year when Venus entered Libra, I like immediately started to see couples outside, just like chilling in the park. There's always couples outside, but it was almost like extra, more couples. And there's always, every planet, even in the signs that planets rule, there's always a sort of tensions. There's always certain struggles that Venus might encounter. So I mentioned being indecisive because ultimately if Venus' goal is to bring accord and to harmonize things, it might be really hard to make decisions sometimes, right? Like if you're so focused on other people, you might not know what is it that you want, or you may really try not to shake things up and not express yourself. So there is a bit of a danger of like people pleasing, struggling to decide, getting lost in the need to please others, being afraid of making the wrong choice, being codependent, relying too much on the other person, prioritizing beauty too much, right? Like there is a sense of, on the negatives, Libras can be superficial. And, you know, speaking as a Libra rising, as someone who really values beauty and has understanding of beauty, I think, of course, you know, I cannot be objective about myself, but like there is, on the shadow side, like Libra energy can definitely be superficial. It can prioritize beauty and accord over the more authentic things. So make sure you are not getting stuck in like just shallow exchanges and superficial yet harmonious interactions. Make sure that you also connect on a deeper level, or that, you know, you also express yourself and you don't just get caught up in pleasing others. But a lovely period artistically, a lovely period to create things, to film yourself, you know, take pictures. Any beauty procedures I would highly recommend, especially after the new moon, which we're about to get on September 25th. So basically until like mid-October is a lovely time to cut your hair, because the hair will grow faster. And the entire time Venus is in Libra, it's a good time for beauty procedures. So take advantage of that. Color your hair, you know, film the videos you want to film, maximize this process and go on dates. This could be a lovely time to meet someone, especially since Venus will be aspecting Saturn, and Saturn is about long term. So if you're interested in like a long-term serious commitment, serious relationship, this could be great. One of my favorite, or I guess like one of the most known Venus and Libra people is Beyonce. And I think she radiates that like goddess energy very much. So let's do a quick rundown to demonstrate what Venus through the houses, through the signs can bring for you. For Aries rising, Venus is about to go in your 7th house, and this is the perfect time to go on dates. This is a really great time. There's a new moon in your 7th house, new beginnings romantically. So put yourself out there, but start with being clear on what you desire, what kind of partner you want to bring into your life, and you're likely to have more power to manifest that kind of partner into your life. You might be more interested in what they look like. I mean, if you're an Aries rising in general, you're probably quite interested in the appearances. because Libra is your descendant. So, so there might be like a beautiful person coming into your life. If you are in a relationship already, this is a lovely time to go on dates, to connect with your partner, to spend more time together. Your partner might be benefiting somehow. This might be like a really good time for them where they attract new things and draw in new beginnings, perhaps professionally or personally. And starting partnerships, starting business relationships, signing contracts, asking people for favors will be highly successful, highly encouraged. Yeah, like likely will bring good results for you. For Taurus risings, Venus goes into the 6th house, and you can expect to find more joy in your professional relationships. Your relationships with colleagues will likely go well. You will enjoy working on long-term projects and not necessarily be frustrated. Maybe even your workload lightens up a little bit, where it's not just all about pushing, but also going out with people you work with, connecting with people you're serving. You might feel a desire to add more joy into your professional life, right? Like, or even doing chores. This is, I think, what Libra season is pretty much about for Taurus risings. You know, turn on some music while you're cleaning the house, listen to an audiobook while you're going to work, do fun things, schedule a massage for yourself, like treat yourself. Make sure Venus in the 6th to me is a sign that, like, hey Taurus, you've been working really, really hard, and maybe it's time to chillax a little bit and enjoy life more. For Gemini rising, this could be a very romantic period, I think, because Venus is in your 5th house. Venus rejoices in the 5th house. So it's my favorite for Gemini risings and Libra risings, but and Aries risings too. But yeah, like Venus in the 5th house, likely to be very inspirational. You may feel a desire to write, to create, to paint, to collage, whatever makes your soul happy. Romantically, there might be new opportunities knocking on your door, coming into your life. Of course, it's Venus in Libra, so maybe I would encourage you, if you are seeking romantic opportunities right now, go out, create them. Don't just expect them to happen without any effort on your part. Relationships with children likely to improve and feel better, for sure, because, you know, your 5th house of children is ruled by Venus, and Venus have been in Virgo for a while, where she's fallen. So your relationship with your child could have been more complex for the last month, or a little less than that, from September 3rd. No, September 5th. I came back from France on the 3rd. I'm like, you know, I came back from France, but I'm like looking at flights and thinking of when I can go again. So it's like, it's all good here. But yeah, like you will feel more playful. You will prioritize artistic forms of recreation, maybe painting with your child or just painting in general. You can enjoy dates that involve making pottery, maybe, or singing. Any kind of creative self-expression is encouraged. And if you do start a relationship, it might be very much about that kind of sense of fun and play and cheer, having fun together. And if you are in a relationship already, this could be a more romantic sexual time for you. For Cancer rising, Venus goes in your 4th house, and this blesses all of the dealings with home, family, real estate. Venus being in its home sign in your house of home and family. Like if you need to take a loan, if you need to redecorate your house, if you need to move, I would highly recommend you prioritize this time, even if it's not this year, maybe it's next year. You will likely enjoy spending time at home. Your relationship with your family might improve and feel more harmonious and easy and joyful. Maybe even doing artistic projects together with the family where you paint a wall together could be fun. And having more having more get-togethers, having more parties in the home, getting people together, like you're enjoying yourself, but it's more like at home. For Leo rising, Venus goes in the 3rd house, and you might be going on more short trips, possibly like just kind of traveling around. You will enjoy spending time in the neighborhood, interacting with your neighbors and your siblings. Your speech likely to show up in a more harmonious, peaceful, eloquent way, regardless of where your natal Mercury is. But like 3rd house deals with communication, and Venus there beautifies that sector while she's there. Writing might be more appealing to you, studying new things. You might get new ideas that are connected to beauty and art, like kind of feeling more inspired to create things are likely. And benefiting, getting opportunities through siblings, through neighbors, through writing, self-expression are likely. As well as like 3rd house deals with the applied knowledge, using your hands. So maybe you are picking up some kind of artistic hand using hobby like crocheting or crocheting. I can't come up with another one, but like, yeah, like painting or something like that, where you use your hands and create beauty. For Virgo rising, Venus is in your 2nd house. Venus in the 2nd house in its home sign could be 2 things primarily. One thing is making money, getting gifts, getting kind of a bonus financially, recognition, return on investment, people just being more generous with you, or it could mean spending more money, because Venus in the 2nd is also very much about you feel generous, you feel like you want to treat yourself, and maybe you're spending money on gifts, or you're spending money on self-love, which is always good. Feeling more aligned with what you want is likely. Feeling more self-worth, having like a sense of being more confident, being more secure in yourself is also a possibility here. And I think benefiting through art, benefiting through working with women. You might be, if you want to like sell something, sell some of your clothes or whatever, like right around this time might be the time when you sell it at best value possibly and profit from the sale. So things to look forward to. For Libra risings, I am super excited as a Libra rising, my favorite time. Venus comes to your 1st house, and Venus rules you as a Libra rising. You're Venus ruled, and Venus in your sign is just lots of goodness, right? It tends to make you the most attractive all year, likely, unless you are naturally born with Libra rising, Libra Venus, and Venus is already in your 1st house, which like Beyonce is, and someone I know is as well. Like, so this could be extra time to shine, to be visible, to pursue art and creative projects, to you like naturally come across as very charming, and other people cannot say no to you. I wish this lasted all year. I'm just so excited, clearly. If you're excited, let me know in the comments below. But yeah, like last year when this transit was happening, and I think when Venus was right next to my ascendant, I like had people just randomly on the street tell me how beautiful I am, which, you guys do as well in the comments oftentimes, but it's like, I guess, extra potent when you know that the transit is happening and someone just like sees you on the street and tells you that. But yeah, like Venus in the 1st house, you may be treating yourself, you may be spending more money on yourself, on your look. It's a great time to improve your look, cut your hair, color your hair, do anything like that. Like beauty procedures are likely to be blessed for all of us, but especially for Libra risings. And like I said, people will struggle to say no to you, so you can totally maximize, if you need to ask for favor, if you need some kind of support from others, don't abuse this power. With great power comes great responsibility, but take advantage of it. For Scorpio rising, Venus goes in the 12th house, and Venus in rulership in the 12th house is likely the time where your love life becomes more hidden. Maybe you just go away with your partner and there's like a lot of sparks flying, but it's not immediate. It's not like visible to the rest of the world. And you're maybe keeping, if there's a new relationship, maybe you're keeping things under wraps. You're trying to figure out where things are going. Once in a while, this could be a sign of like a love affair, right? Or being involved in some kind of hidden romance that is not so good for you, or it's frowned upon, right, by society. So be careful getting involved with people that are not available and people that contradict your goals, because maybe in the moment they seem as beautiful, exciting, but then in the long run, you know that it's not going to work out. But you know, if you want to enjoy things, enjoy things. Just don't hurt others in the process. Finding more joy in the mysterious, mystical, esoteric matters and studies, and like learning about tarot, practicing more astrology, doing yoga, anything like that could be exciting for you right now. For Sag rising, Venus enters your 11th house, and you're likely to shine in the social context. There might be more opportunities to make yourself visible, to go to like networking events, to speak in front of a group of people, go to a conference, present something. You may, it feels like your social life is busier. It feels like there's more get-togethers. Maybe you're meeting your friends a lot more often. You may be posting more on social media. You may just naturally have this like desire to take more selfies and to put yourself, make it visible, put it to, I don't know, show yourself in front of public. It's funny because like I had this when Venus was in Leo. She was in my 11th house, and I was in France, and I was like all about sharing my experience with people, and like definitely took some pictures that were like very Venus and Leo. But this is like Venus and Libra, but it's still in the 11th house. It still wants to be seen. And if you're not going out a ton, you might want to be seen on social media. It's a great time to ask for favors from people in your network. You may meet someone through a group activity. You may just literally be hanging out with your friends and someone exciting enters your life. So be on the lookout if that's what you're looking for. And just friendships, I think, should fare well, especially if you've experienced any challenges in friendships with Mercury being retrograde, which let me know if you have in the comments below. For Capricorn rising, Venus enters your 10th house, giving you a lot of visibility, a lot of charm and appeal and creative kind of excitement, inspiration in the professional context. Venus in the 10th will very much be, it just gives you a lot of charm, a lot of power to attract, a lot of power to manifest what you want professionally. So if you're looking, if you're looking to like present your work, if you're looking to apply for some kind of grant, creative grant, or you're sending your movie to film festivals or anything like that, this could be a great time. Meeting someone through work, meeting someone like, I don't know, getting involved with someone you work with is also a possibility with this placement. Or just having really good relationships and being supported by people who are your employers. For Aqua rising, Venus goes in the 9th house. 9th house is the place of education, travel, publishing, legal matters. So Venus being here will make those matters easier. Education, for example, right? Like you might want to learn about something related to love and romance and maybe sex and all of those kind of things. Travel, there's a possibility of like wanting to go on a trip or like enjoying traveling, meeting someone while traveling, because Venus wants to connect and it wants to connect you with someone beautiful. So maybe you're traveling and you encounter someone exciting, someone who makes your heart beat faster. publishing, like there might be opportunities to write, there might be opportunities to interact with teachers and build better relationships with teachers. I think ultimately with Venus here, you want to learn, you want to explore, you want to expand your scope and your life. Sorry, needed some water. And you know, there might be desire to like learn new things, even if, or like go on dates that teach you new things. Maybe you go to a museum, maybe you watch a documentary together with your partner, maybe you take a class together and learn how to cook. So it's like Venusian love for education and travel. Definitely a great time to like go on a trip with someone you love or travel and date around. Finally, for Pisces rising, Venus enters your 8th house, and 8th house deals with your partner's money. So your partner might be doing really well financially, or you might be benefiting through other people. A lot of times Venus in the 8th house might be like your partner helps you find a job, right? Like maybe they bring an opportunity to you that you take and it kind of benefits you through them. You may be getting a bonus, you may be getting a return on investment, a loan, paying off a debt. There is lovely financial opportunities. 8th house also deals with fairness and sharing in a relationship. So Venus will try to make that sector as smooth as she possibly can, like baby bottom. So maybe there's more fairness in your relationships. Maybe you start to talk with your partner about things that are less comfortable, like money, and you come to more understanding. Things kind of flow easier. And finally, 8th house also deals with therapy and transformation and healing. So Venus being here might make those topics less of a stressful thing. Like maybe doing therapy is something you've always dreaded, but with Venus here, you feel like can actually benefit you, can benefit all of us. So a lovely transit, I think, to have regardless of what house it's in. Like in the 8th house, definitely let me know if if money comes to you through your partner, or if you get some kind of opportunity or bonus, or like loan gets approved or anything like that. And I hope you enjoy and maximize this transit, and I hope the sparks fly and there's a lot of romance. And even if you're not interested in romance, I hope you are in love with yourself and you give a lot of attention, affection, and love to yourself. Enjoy Venus and Libra. Bye.